Hi YouTube friends, this is Brenda McBph and I'm making a video for you of our show us your sheds, and this is our half a shed. Show you what's inside our half a shed. It's just a little shelter where we keep the lawnmower and the pressure washer and my husband's bike that he usually rides to work in the summertime. And there's our grass catcher bag. So now I'll take you for a little walk over to our middle-sized shed. This is Stinky Lily. She wants to play. Hopefully she won't trip me. So here is shed number 2, and this one is a little building that used to be used by the railroad, by CN, and we bought it when they were clearing out and selling off some of their surplus land. We got it for $25, and then they forgot to cash the check, so I guess we kind of stole it. I'll show you inside our little shed. This is the one that needed the light bulb. So, this is a look all around. Here's all of our garden tools and my little lawnmower for the dog patches. And a tomato case. It's got a cracked lid that I think maybe I can fix. A couple of extra dog beds, rakes, some plant pots, big heavy watering can, meat smoker, extra cooler, extra dog kennel, extra litter box. Not sure what that is. I think it's some maybe air mattresses for camping. Air pump. Wall light for our basement. A little drink cooler. Just a big empty corner. That's our AC/DC cooler. Operates on the car battery if you want. Another cooler. That's Doug's dad's surplus army tent, which is huge. It's bigger than this shed. Some old cassette boxes, more coolers, a baby bathtub we used to bath the dogs. Not sure what's in those boxes. This is a tarp that covered our camper, some netting for around our little raised beds, sprayer for the garden or lawn, an extra speaker for outside. This is our little camping portable grill. An extra fridge, gas lantern, or a, I can't remember the name of that kind of lantern, Coleman lantern. Some extension cords, little workbench. My dad or his brother built this, I think, back in the 1940s. Extra propane tank, the whippersnipper, some safety salt for the sidewalks in the winter, and just little assorted man junk. I don't know what the heck that is on there. Little chainsaw, little hedge trimmer, piece of rope. I don't know what that was for. Big pipe wrench. Some extra coveralls. The light switch. Some folding chairs. Down at the bottom here is just our extra. There's Excelsior straw, some extra potting soil, peat moss, all the gardening paraphernalia. There's our little winter fake trees that we put out on the front step when the plants are frozen. An extra plant stand, some more flower arranging supplies, an old ashtray, but now thankfully none of our friends smoke, so it's now moved to the shed. Some folding lawn furniture, an old broken lawn ornament that now just holds my little hand tools. A couple more lawn ornaments that need some repair. A lamp that's a solar lamp, and it needs to have a new battery, so it's in here waiting for those to come in at the store. There's my husband's, I think this is a compound miter saw. or a chop saw. I'm not sure. I don't know my tools very well. And then this is a table saw. And that down there is a scroll saw. And this is a party cooler. And has a mat and our little blankets for if there's a frost warning. We put the blankets over top of our vegetables. And there's our stepladder. And those are big jacks, big old railroad jacks. I think they're from the railroad, not positive. And that's the manual hedge trimmers there. So now we'll go and take a walk out to shed number 2, big shed number 2, and that's it there. It's a little garage that we just use for a shed. And on the way over there, this is my tomatoes. They're pretty tiny yet. That's a raspberry. Another tomato. Another tomato. We just had frost here a few nights ago, so we can't put the blankets too far away yet. There's some chives and thyme. This one is just all flowers. Pansies and petunias, and they just got planted a couple of weeks ago, so they'll be coming along pretty nicely soon. This is my vegetable garden. There's a daylily in the end. And there's my beets, my little baby beets. And I think I can see some carrots starting. There's some carrots starting to come up. Oh, and that's a weed. That's a dandelion. And there's another row of beets. And my dog is jumping on the back of my leg. I'm worried she's going to knock me over. Now we're going into the big shed. And this one truly is a mess. It's a garage sale waiting to happen. Here's our wood for our fire pit down in there. And there's Stinky Lily, still trying to get me to play fetch. She doesn't take no for an answer. I think the light switch is at the other end. So just wood and some storage shelves. That is, I think, a tent or a tarp, I'm not sure. Some old windows. There is the turf for Doug's putting green. It's got to go out in another few days, I think, when it dries up. Some pool toys and an extra carpet for our sunroom. And walking into the dark. This is a dog kennel, camping dog kennel. Just some pots, my fountain that's still got to get put out, but we like to make sure that all danger of frost is completely gone because it breaks them if it doesn't. The part to my tree fountain, one is a lighthouse, and one looks like a tree stump. Just some empty pots that we didn't put up this year because everything is so late. This is our snow tires. Some assorted pieces of wood all around there. Our dolly for moving heavy stuff. Doesn't help a whole lot. Some more pots. That's the bigger doors. This garage was built in 1957 using some of the wood that was from an older house that was built, I think, around 1906. And then the man who built our house tore the old house down and built his new house in 1957, and he lived in there until he passed away in the year 2000, and that's when we bought the house. This is a big snow scoop for winter time. This is a pop-up gazebo for camping. An extra mirror ball that I forgot about. We should have that out in the yard somewhere. all kinds of little goodies. There's our lawn seeder and fertilizer spreader. That's an umbrella stand. And I don't know what that other thing... Oh, that's snowblower handle. Okay. There is my beautiful squirrel lamp. I got to get put into our sunroom one of these days. That was left to me by my aunt and uncle. There are the sawhorses. Here is some rolled up snow fence. Some lounging lawn chairs. We like to lay out on them to do our stargazing or watch meteor showers in that pit outside. This is a steering wheel for some kind of game, computer game or whatever, with the gas pedals beside it. There's some old Nintendo games and manuals and stuff like that. I guess this must be where he put all the Nintendo goodies, some NES games there. And these are two misting fans when it gets really hot, because in the summer it gets up to about plus 40 Celsius here. Garden hose hooks up to the back of these and sprays mist out all over you. So it's really cooling, drops the temperature, ambient temperature, about 15 degrees. There is some extra chairs, an old wooden white one, and an old leather one. I don't even know if you can see it at all. That was my grandparents out on the farm, my paternal grandparents. And this is some stuff that is waiting to go for us to have a garage sale. So I don't know what all exactly is in it. And these are some really cool, this is a folding table, this white thing, and then behind it are these cool bamboo screens. So I have some plans for them up in the yard, and I'll make a video about that in the future when I get those up. My husband's 10-speed bike that he doesn't use anymore, an extra satellite receiver on top of the board up there, a little white metal cart with wheels. I use it for crafting stuff. And this looks like lots of those solar lights that probably need batteries or whatever. They're just waiting. For some reason our entire town is sold out of rechargeable batteries. There's a box of the little fence cap solar lights. That is a little round table that my dad made, I think probably when I was about 10 years old. Made it for my mom to put her oleander plant on, so we have it now. It's a little unsteady being just 3 legs though, so we don't like to put anything too heavy on it. These are future magic wands. These are some cool roots that we found growing in a lake near Snake Island in Lake Winnipegosis. And my friend's little boy, when he was about 8 years old, took one home and he rolled it in glue and glitter and sequins and made a magic wand for me. So when I told the lady about them, when I spotted the roots, she said, "Oh, you'll have to make me a magic wand." So they're sitting out here just getting conditioned. It was frozen when we got them, so now we're just letting them get all conditioned and made sure they're well dried before we put the glue and glitter on them. That is an old vinegar jug, I think. Gas for something, or maybe just a gas can. Yeah, it's just an empty gas can. Those are some solar lights that we didn't use anymore. It's an old briefcase from when my husband was on big gangs. There's a workmate, one of them. I think he's got 2. That's a little bench. Oh, I can't even see that. A couple more lawn tables that'll go out when we have a party. And this is just a big chest of drawers, more solar lights, scraps of our decking material in case we get any tears or rips. We can glue another piece down. Big chest of drawers with doors at the bottom. Loads of 5-gallon pails. We keep those to cover up the plants if frost. That's our shed. So I hope you enjoyed visiting our 2.5 sheds, and I'm going to tag DC, dagocleo, to see what's in a Swiss shed, and I think I'll also tag bearchay to see what's in bearchay's shed. So everybody have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.